If you ever feel like you're slipping into a funk, or you feel slightly not aligned with your path, or you're just slightly left with the dial, or it's not all just flowing or falling into place, here's 7 truths that will help you stop. Maybe reframe life. Look at life from a different perspective and go, you know what? I'm doing all right. I think everything's going to be okay. See you on the other side. Number 1, recognize if you're spending more time thinking about the person that you're going to become. I'll be happy when I have this, that, and the other. And how much you're actually loving the now, the present, life, right here, right now, where life only ever is, right here, right now. We can imagine and we can plan and we can picture an amazing future and visualize it, and we absolutely should every day. But we absolutely have to be present in the here and now and appreciate the now. Everything we do have, everything we are, everything we do own, everything that we see, smell, touch, taste, hear, everything. Because if you truly want that fantasy version of you, the future version of you that has everything all sorted out and everything's just all wonderful, and if you're not practicing now, being grateful for having all that you have now, what makes you think that when you do have the future fantasy you, that you're going to appreciate it and you're not just thinking about another future fantasy of you? That's what happens. We are constantly thinking about the future or wanting to be somewhere else. The third option is being here now, practicing the now, practicing appreciating everything. I always say stuck in a queue because I always find it incredibly dull and boring. And imagine if your phone doesn't have any battery. What would you do in a queue? Oh, you just stand there. Use those times of boredom and when you're in traffic and you can't move, when you can't control the situation, to appreciate everything that you've got, everything that you have, everyone that you know that you love, everything that you can think about that you love about yourself. How amazing are you? Just think about that. But no, just think about how amazing you are, all the things you've achieved, all the things you've overcome, the fact that you're here right now, still breathing, still picturing a greater version of you, growing, evolving, changing, becoming, overcoming. How amazing are you? Start with you. Every day, appreciate who you are, what you've become, and even if there's more to do, which there always is for all of us, if we can't stop and appreciate it in the here and now, even for a few moments a day, self-appreciation, just for literally still being here, then what's the point? What's the point? One good thing, start to love yourself daily. Number 2, I call this no mud, no lotus. It's not about being happy all the time and being on and being up and crushing it all the time and not slipping up and not learning more and growing and evolving even more. Oh, I've got it all figured out, I'm enlightened, everything's just in flow all the time. No mud, no lotus, my friend. It's about figuring out who you are and how you work best. How you're best in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening with each individual person, the business you're working on, the family you have, the dreams that you have. It's about your relationship with each one of those things. And if we just break it all down and we love ourselves unconditionally, and we forgive and we love everyone around us, and we work towards the thing that makes us happy, that brings us joy, cracked it. And on the flip side, it's about figuring out the inevitable darkness that happens in life. The ups and the downs, the waves of the guilt, the shame, grief, the obstacles, the pressure, the stress, all the very real things. It's not about going, oh, not that, yay, everything's great. Because that's just not reality. The duality of life, everything is two things, always. The light and the dark, the yin, the yang, the up, the down, the inner, the outer. It's all one, but we have to split things up to kind of break it down so we can figure it out. So yes, it's about the joy, it's about the here and now, it's about the euphoria, it's about the ecstasy, it's about the winning, achieving, accomplishing, the peace, the calm, the serenity, the equanimity, the bliss, the smell of the roses. And it's about the hell, the suffering, the obstacles, the pain, everything that comes with that. Learning how to navigate that, how to go through it, how to bounce back, how to recognize it when it's starting to stir up. Oh, I'm starting to feel grumpy. I'm starting to feel sad. I'm starting to feel the pressure, whatever. Knowing, feeling it, realizing that it's a part of you and it's not you, it's just a part of you. It's waves. It's our thinking mind, our replaying of the past thinking mind. When we're going through stress, anger, frustration, just stop and remind yourself that your mind is replaying what you didn't want to experience and what you no longer want to experience. So could we use our energy to go, oh, okay, I am actually just replaying the past over and over and changing the ending and going through all the emotions and getting angry and frustrated again. Can I maybe spend that energy on thinking about a positive action to make it better or move on or let go, heal? Focus that energy in something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel excited, proud, satisfied. Notice which side you're on. Are you in the lower vibrations? Are you being pulled down in a slow, low vibration where it's difficult and heavier? And can you notice when you're slipping and you're falling into doubt or overthinking, just stress? Can you catch it and go, okay, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to think about something else. I'm going to do a positive thing to make that thing better. That's what it's about. The lotus resides in the swamp, in the swampy waters, in the darkness. And then every day comes up and unfolds, and it's pristine, and it's glowing, and it's beautiful. And it gives people joy. And then it withdraws, and it comes back in and closes up and goes back into the darkness. It's almost like it's realized that life is always two things, and the lotus is a perfect representation and expression of life itself. The lotus owns it. It hangs out in the light and it's like, yeah, look at me, I'm a lotus. Everybody knows a lotus, check me out. And then it goes, all right, bye, I'm going back down into the darkness. I'm gonna hang out, make friends with hell, make friends with the dark, swampy waters, and balance the two. It's beautiful. Number 3, this one's rough, but nobody's gonna remember you. Nobody is gonna remember you in 100, 150, 200 years. And they're only gonna remember you in 200 years if you do something monumental, like big time big. And even then, you're in a history book, or it might be a holograph, and it's like, yeah, next. So when we start to separate from thinking that everything that we do is permanent and a big deal, we can pan out of life and imagine seeing ourselves from space and looking at the earth. And we can realize that although we are incredibly amazing and we're special and we're awesome and we're all of those things, we're equally just nothing. Like a speck of dust in the multiverse. It's a sobering thought. It makes you kind of go, oh, but I thought I was, oh, yeah. If I pan out, it's just like a grain of sand. And so that can make you do one of two things. It can make you get really depressed and think, well, what's the point? Life's difficult, it's a struggle, I've been through this, I've been through that. There's loads of other people going through all sorts of stuff, brutal stuff. Life is rough. And yeah, what's the point if we're just a speck on a speck? So that's one way to look at it. And it makes you feel crap, and it makes you go, ugh. So to make any rational decision about how we're going to live our life, it's always good to look at the other side. We're amazing. We are special. What a miracle it is to experience life. Think about the best things that have ever happened to you in your life. Just tune into one of those things right now and remember how amazing it was, the feeling, the love, the satisfaction, whatever it is for you, the air that we can just breathe, the things that we can see, the things that we can do, the experiences that we can have, people flying in planes to travel thousands of miles to a destination, an amazing beach, a mountain, relatives on the other side of the world. You see how I'm using the things so I don't have to stop the video? Oh, we could talk about food, the things that you can eat, the things that you can smell. Look, you get my point. There is no competition. There is no argument where a pessimistic, depressing person struggling with life could ever convince anyone that's optimistic and loving life, no matter what's happening, just appreciating life itself. That person could never convince that person to come down to that low vibration, because that's what it is. We are either in a low vibration or we're in these high vibrations. And yeah, we fluctuate all the time, moment to moment, but ultimately that's what it comes down to, whether you're on or you're off. And the sad thing is that when we're off and we're totally, we lose the logic. We lose the grasp on reality that, shit happens, things happen, and we get lost in our head and we replay it over and over and over, and we become our thoughts because our actions represent giving up and losing hope and tapping out. I'm not talking about resting and, taking a moment. I'm talking about really just tapping out and just... So remembering that no one's going to remember you in 100, 200 years. Live now. Just do it. just do it. Live it and love life as much as you possibly can. Be here now and focus on what brings you joy and what you can be grateful for. And when you do, you'll start to feel different than you've ever felt before. And yeah, we don't do this all the time. It's impossible unless you're an enlightened being. But we're not. We're humans. We're just going through this. So having an anchor of joy and gratitude for the now and going, I've only got one shot at this. Let's just try and make an effort to make it as good as possible. Because no one's going to remember you. So you might as well have an amazing experience of life while you're here. Because who cares? You care. So care about what you do have right here, right now, while you're existing. Because it's better than not. Number 4, find your mission, connect to your mission, repeat. This one's really simple. This, I absolutely believe, is the best way to experience life. Find out what you connect with more than anything that fills you with joy, even if it's just a hobby and you can't do it all the time because of circumstances, whatever it is that you do. Or change your circumstances if you can, if you dare to, if it's possible. If it's possible, it's just a case of just figuring out what the plan is and doing it. Because when you find your mission, your vision, your dream, your desire, and you commit to it and you take that leap, whatever that leap is, that big decision that I'm all in. Again, if it's just a hobby and you can only do it on the weekend, be all in on that hobby. An hour a week connecting to something that you love is magical. That hour will be if not the greatest hour of your week. So this one is really simple for me. If I'm ever slipping or I'm wavering, it's like, whoa. What's my mission? Connect to my mission. Repeat. It might be for 5 minutes, it might be for an hour. You could be lucky, it could be for hours. And if it's your job, then you don't have a job anymore. You're doing what you love. So this one's a really important one for me, is just to stop and remember, okay, mission. Am I doing the mission? Yes or no? Usually no. Am I connecting to being grateful for my mission, my vision, my dream? No, I haven't been doing that. Do that. Repeat. It's simple, but it's a game changer. Taking responsibility for that mission, for your dreams. And that's just the first part. Responsibility. Okay, I am responsible for making this happen. For whatever it is for you, I'm responsible for making this happen. And then the second part is I'm responsible for making sure that I achieve it. There's so many of us that have dreams, visions, things that we want to do and achieve, but the reality is there's no strategy, there's no plan, there's no action. It's just an imagination, it's just a dream. Don't let your dreams be dreams, as Jack Johnson told us. So this one always hits me hard. It's to remember to take responsibility for actually achieving it, following through, showing up daily, consistently. Because when we do, we move the needle. We push things forward, we get into a state of flow, we've created massive actions, so we naturally go to bed that night and go, oh, I did really good, which makes us feel good, which raises our vibration, and then we feel more confident because we're getting more data coming back to us, showing us that it's working. Taking responsibility for your goals and actually achieving them. All right, number 6. This is only for those people that are out there crushing it. And I mean that on a small level or a big level. There's no hierarchy. This is just, if you're being an absolute legend, you'll connect with this one. If you're creating the reality that you do want and you are living your bliss and you're following that mission, that thing that makes you smile more than anything in the world, the thing that lights you up and makes you go, I'm alive, I'm doing it, at least I'm doing the thing. I might not be where I want to be, but I'm doing the thing. If you have that and you've connected to that, then that's for you. The next part of this is for those who are really crushing it. We take what it is that we're doing and we positively contribute to the uplift of universal consciousness in the spirit of love and compassion. That's me sprinkling on a bit of love and compassion. For those of us who are consciously contributing to raising the consciousness of the vibration of the planet. If we're just doing it for the money or for the house or just going through the motions of life and not really thinking about what this is all for, why we show up and put on that face every day and get in the mood and get excited about life and at least work on ourselves and become the best versions of ourselves, why we're doing all of this stuff, to contribute to life itself, to the planet in any way that's good for you. You could just be a really great neighbor. You could create an incredible family and nurture that family and be an amazing mother or father. You could be working on a business that helps people, that inspires people, that makes people better. You could be promoting good things, good news. You could be an ethical company. You could just be an ethical person, a moral person, someone with good values. The point is, we have to be thinking more than just ourselves. We have to be thinking about our environment in all ways, the immediate environment and the environment. How can we give back to this planet? How can we leave a good thumbprint, a good dent in the planet in a positive way? How can we influence others to be their best selves? Can you shape your vision or your business to giving back in some way? So for all of the taking that we do, can we funnel that and give back into the things that we truly care about, the things that resonate with us more than anything, the things that would help us sleep at night knowing that we're contributing towards? What are you contributing to? Are you in a job where you're contributing to the pockets of someone that you don't like or that doesn't share your values of life? Do you need to take that leap? Do you need to make a change? Well, if you do, check out the Big Transformation course. It's in the link below. It will blow your mind. But enough about that. Where in your life can you contribute to your environment, locally, globally, or even the world? Where can you be of service? Where can you lend a hand? Where can you uplift and raise that vibration? Because when we figure that out and we go through life and we create whatever it is that we're doing, we take, when we give back and we just have this giving and receiving flow, you tap into another level of flow. You tap into a deeper experience of life, a much more fulfilling experience of life. And here's the big one. This one always makes me go, oh, okay. There's never been a time of total peace. There's never been a time, as far as we know, of total peace on earth. Everything is two things. Unfortunately, for all of the love and euphoria and peace and harmony, there is and has been war forever, always. So focusing your energy on working on you and going back to the last one, uplifting and raising the vibration of the planet and your environment, your immediate environment. If we all individually had this mentality of working on ourselves, finding peace within ourselves, harmony, balance, love, then collectively we would experience a more harmonious world. Helping others, being of service, feeling concern and compassion for those in need, struggling and suffering is just obvious, a mandatory thing that we should all just do. But any more focus on the atrocities and the pain and the destruction and the suffering and the corruption and all of that stuff takes away the energy you could be working on you and creating some good, some change. And when we let the powers that be and the pain and suffering of all of life take over us, then I believe we miss it. We miss the trick. The trick is to not let it consume you. The past, the potential future, or horrendous things that are happening in the here and now. To be separate, and to give your compassion, give your time, your energy, your money, whatever it is to make you feel at peace, but to work on you. And to keep your vibration high and keep focused and keep being positive about you and your story and all of life. It can be difficult. It can be tricky. But when we remember, it can be like a switch. Oh yeah, I've got one life. Why would I spend my whole life in these lower vibrations, fighting a fight I'll never win or understand, shouting at the news? Spend all of that energy that you do have and channel it into something that you love. Knowledge is power. Be compassionate. Keep your finger on the pulse. But essentially, bet on you. And you do you and do it good. And if you need any help, check out the Big Transformation course, link down below, for all of the help that you could possibly need in managing all of life and creating a path for yourself to embark on and conquer and enjoy. You got this. I'll see you soon.